Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look into a scenario in which we continue our China conquering the world series. Not many changes have happened, except China at this point now occupies Asia uncontested, basically. But they don't realize that the US was planning something. They were launching coups in two of their allies. They successfully launched coups, and that would include Cuba and Venezuela. But this is where China turns on the West. It's ready to turn off the world economy, yay. And everybody gets ready for the next big conflict, yay. For them, I guess. Not the greatest. And this is going to be a big war. Except the West didn't realize that, well, its African allies are kind of in checkmate. Except Nigeria and South Africa. With a quick takeover of Sudan by Ethiopia. South Sudan, not Sudan. But Sudan will probably get involved somehow or another because Egypt wants to take it over, I guess. I guess the dam in this situation isn't the same. I guess Egypt has some dealings with. But let's go to the actual front. Chinese troops, Russian troops line up along the border. And the Ukraine that got away and joined, well, NATO. Well, their capital just fell. The Baltics completely fall with the Sino-Russian attack. The New World Order is taking its order. In other ways, Lviv now falls, which was probably made into the capital. With Russian success and the idea that Serbia could gain out of this, Serbia joins the war. And they quickly cut over and take over Montenegro, most of Bosnia, and a big chunk of the Balkans. And they're even attacking their ally Greece. Surprising. But I guess that's what happened. If you're on opposite teams, you can't not fight. Or maybe they wouldn't fight them, that's just the Russians attacking. With Russia telling Iran to speed up its offensive, Iran speeds up this offensive and they manage to take most of Turkey over. So they continue, they quickly take over all of Turkey falls. And while the Eastern Front has been a big strategical failure for the West. And with Finland losing a big chunk of land, but they hold back because Finland always does. With Slovakia falling and moving to Czechia, with Poland on the brink of losing its capital, Warsaw. They then do lose it. But with a nice offensive being made by the Germans in the West, pushing the Russians back almost to their border. And really starts heading into more of a stalemate with Hungary staying neutral, because why not? And I'm holding up America, but not able to invade America yet. China's not strong enough. Which is a bit infuriating for China. And the West isn't happy that, the East is doing really well. With Austria falling, I guess they should have stayed neutral, but they didn't. With Munich falling, which is a big defeat for Germany. Warsaw quickly falls because German troops move out of Poland, so Poland can only hold a small spot. Now, because quickly Poland fell, as you can see. Germany losing land. China hoping to take over all of Europe, but seeing this as unrealistic. The Europeans say at the worst case scenario they can hold the line in Italy and at the Rhine River, but they try an offensive. Which manages to take back Munich and take back northern Poland. But northern Poland isn't much, if you ask me. But that was a failure, so they moved the line to be held around the Alps. Is what their goal is now. In the river separating Germany from Poland, they hold the front at. But this front fails, Berlin falls, and Munich falls at the same time. Hamburg falls. And now Germany is holding at the Rhine. With Algeria making an invasion of southern Spain and moving into Portugal. But that's about as far as they can get, oddly. with American troops arriving, but all they really managed to do is take back Morocco, but they can't advance into Algeria because of all the Chinese troops, so there wasn't enough to hold them out. And these American troops make an offensive into northern Germany. They managed to recover a big chunk of Eastern Europe, but they then have to sign peace and accept their loss. But they also kick Russia out of Finland, and now let's see what the peace treaty is. The end of the war has happened between the West and the East, with the East succeeding. And they've made puppets out of much of Eastern Europe, and many countries were annexed. And what's left of the Western world and the Western alliance that was to stop the Chinese global conflict still around, but severely weakened by this humongous loss. And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe, because we're trying to get to 2,300 subscribers before April, and we got 200 left to go. Bye, guys.